dear children, how are you all? So children, today we will start English new chapter 9, desert animals. So I request you all, please open your English textbook chapter 9, desert animals. So first I will read paragraph, and with paragraph I will explain all the paragraphs. So please pay attention. We will start from the first paragraph. Deserts are the driest places on earth, and sometimes go for months or even years without rain. But even the desert animals cannot survive without water or for long periods in the scorching sun, so they have had to find different ways of coping with the harsh conditions. For example, gerbils spend the hottest part of the day in cool underground burrows, and strange insects called darkling beetles are experts at catching drops of moisture on their legs, then lifting them into the air until the drops trickle down into their mouths. Not all deserts are endless seas of rolling sand dunes. Some are rocky or pebbly and dotted with small bushes, while others are sprinkled with colorful flowers during the spring. So, children, in this paragraph, we are having some kinds of information that deserts are the places which have less water and almost no rain for months together, and sometimes in a year also. Therefore, they are the driest places on the earth. But animals who live here, it is difficult for them as well as to live without water for a long span of time, especially during hot days of summer. So they find their own alternate ways to beat such difficulty condition of the atmosphere. For example, gerbils to underground during hot days in their cool burrows. Tackling beetles is an insect which uses a strange way to beat the heat. They drag drops of moisture from their legs, lift them in the air, and drop them into their mouth. All the deserts are not the same hills and sand. Each has its own characteristics. Some are stony and have a rugged surface with small bushy plants. Few also have colorful flowers during the spring season. So children, these were the first paragraph. Now we will see second paragraph. There are more than 2300 different kinds of snakes around the world, ranging from just 15 centimeters long to more than 11 meters. Most snakes are quite harmless, but there are few that are so poisonous they can kill a human being with just one bite. Most snakes lay eggs, but there are many which give birth to their young. In the dry, rocky desert of America lives a rather evil looking snake with a very bad reputation. Its frightening rattle can be heard as far as 30 meters away, and it can strike with lightning speed. So, children, in this paragraph, they are saying to say we are having this kind of information that snakes are also of many types. There are about 2300 types of snakes. They range from the smallest size, that is just 15 centimeters long, to more than 11 meters. Most of the snakes are harmless, but few are so poisonous that their one bite is enough to kill anyone. Most of them lay eggs, to reproduce, but many are there who give birth to their young ones. American deserts are dry and rocky in nature, so there lives an evil looking snake with a very bad reputation. One can hear its sharp sound even from a distance of 30 meters. So it strikes very fast with lightning speed. Now see the paragraph number 3. But the rattlesnake, or as it is sometimes called, prefers to avoid people if it possibly can. It holds its tail upright and rattles the end whenever it is disturbed, in the hope that the intruder will go away. However, if its warnings are ignored and it feels threatened, it will coil ready to bite. But the rattler itself cannot hear the noise its own tail makes. Like most snakes, it hears things through vibrations in the ground. If a person walks nearby, the snake can feel the movement, but if the same person were to shout, it would not hear a thing. Rattlesnakes are very common and widespread animals living right across the American continent from the Canada to Argentina. They feed on a variety of prey, including mice, voles, rats, chipmunks, and many other small animals. Rattlesnakes kill their prey with venom. Like all snakes, they swallow the unfortunate animals whole. Few snakes have to eat more than once a week, and some, such as the larger pythons, can survive for a year or more without eating. So, children, this in this paragraph we are talking about snakes. So this there is also the rattler or rattlesnake. Its choice is to avoid people as much as it can. If it feels disturbed, it holds its tail upright and gives a sharp sound to make the intruder move away. But if its warnings are not paid attention and it feels threatened, it will turn around to bite. So, the strange thing is that it cannot hear the sound its tail makes. Like other snakes, it also hears through the waves produced on the ground. Means it can feel the vibration but cannot hear the sound. Snakes can feel of a walking person but cannot hear his voice. How loud maybe he shout. Rattlesnakes are commonly found in the American continent from Canada to Argentina, and their prey choice include small animals like mice, small plant eating wolves, rats, etc. They use poisonous toxin in their body to kill its prey, and the way other snakes gulp down or eat animals completely. Their eating habits are also vary. Some snakes eat more than once a week, and some, like large pythons, can do without eating for a year or more. Now, see the next paragraph, number 4. Mongoose like to hunt together, but they always keep a lookout for dangerous predators nearby, poking their noses into holes, overturning rocks without rocks with their paws and scratching the ground with their sharp claws bended. Mongoose are very amusing animal to watch. A common sight in many parts of Africa, they travel in groups of about 20 to forage for beetles, millipedes, and other small creatures. So, children, mongoose go hunting in groups and they always keep a place from where they can catch predators near them. It is interesting to watch them banded, poking their nose into the holes, overturning rocks with their paws, and scratching the ground with their sharp claws. It is very common to view them traveling in groups of about 20. They travel in stretch in search of food. Their food is beetle, millipedes, and other small creatures. Now see the next paragraph, paragraph number 5. They like to hunt together, keeping in touch whenever they go out of sight behind rocks or bushes by twittering and calling. Always on the lookout for danger, hawks, eagles, and large snakes. They warn one another with a special alarm call if they spot anything suspicious. Now, here they move in a groups to search for their food, but if they need to move to places which are not visible, like at the back of bushes or rocks, they make sounds like twittering to stay in touch. They take extra care to keep a place from where they can watch the animals who are dangerous for them, like hawks, eagles, and large snakes. So, on noticing anything doubtful, they make a special warning call to alert one another. Now, see the next paragraph. Mongoose are famous for being able to kill snakes without getting hurt themselves. Their reactions are so fast that they can dodge each time the snake strikes. They continually make a nuisance of themselves until after a while. When the snake gets tired, they quickly dive in for the kill. So mongoose are very smart, and they are no mongoose are known for their ability to kill snakes, right? They don't even get hurt while doing so. Their reactions are very fast and can move quickly after attacking the snake, and they continually keep moving from one place to here another place. The snake will their annoying to the snake and with their attacks until it gets tired and gets killed. Now see the next paragraph number 7. All the female mongoose have their kitten at about the same time. They are raised by the whole group in a den made inside an old termite mounds or hollow block. When most of the adults are out looking for food, one or two males stray behind to stand guard until the others return for the night. So children, here the peculiar thing in mongoose is that all the females give birth to their babies at the same time. So the babies are raised by the whole group, means looking after the babies is not the responsibility of one, rather the whole group. They raise them in a den, means the house they have made inside the old termite mounds or in a hollow of log. When they go out in a search of food, two of the male members stay back to look after the babies and wait till the others come back. Now see the next paragraph number 8. Another animal which lives in the desert is the camel. Camels were first domesticated by people many thousands of years ago. In the wild, camels usually live in small groups of up to the 30 animals. Camels have long, shaggy winter coats to keep warm and shorter, tidier coats in the summer to keep cool. A thirsty camel can drink as much as 30 gallons of water. That's about 500 full glasses in just 10 minutes. Normally, however, it gets all the moisture it needs from desert plants and can survive for up to 10 months without drinking any water at all. So children, the camel is the another desert animal. It was first tamed by people, was kept as a domestic animal at homes thousands of years ago. Camels have unique capacities to adjust with their atmosphere, like in the forest, they live in a small groups of 30. They have long, untidy hair to use as coat to keep their body warm in winters, and this long coat falls away and gets shortened as summer approaches to keep cool. Camels can drink almost 30 gallons, about 500 glasses of water, even they are thirsty in just 10 minutes. Its body can get moisture from the desert plants and can live without drinking water up to 10 months. So children, see the next paragraph. Paragraph number 9. It is given on page number 116. There are two different kinds of camels. One, known as the dromedary, has only a single hump. The other is called a Bactrian and has two humps. The humps help the animals to survive in the desert by acting as storage containers, but they don't store water as many people wrongly believe. They are full of fat. This fat nourishes the camels when food is scarce. If they have nothing to eat for several days, their humps shrink as the fat is used up. There are many other ways in which camels are adapted to desert life. Their mouths are so tough that even the sharp thorn cannot pierce through. So, children, here camels are two kinds of. One is dromedary, which has a single hump, and another is Bactrian, which we can call two hump camel, that is called Bactrian camel. The hump is there to help the animal to survive without water in the desert. It acts as a storage container, but it does not store water as people think or believe. People are thinking that camel are storing water inside their stomach, but it is totally wrong. These humps are full of fat, and this fat feeds the camel when food is less in quantity. When fat is used, the size of the hump becomes smaller as it is used up instead of food. And camels use many other ways as well to live and adjust in the desert. Their mouths are very tough and hard. They can even eat thorns and they do not hurt them. So this is the chapter 9. It is very interesting, so I request you all, please read this chapter and watch this video properly, and we will see about its meanings and question answers and some other exercises in the next video. Till then, all have to read this chapter and please watch this video again to understand properly. Thank you.